right? So this is how we're thinking about it, how these insights could then help people make practical decisions. And I think, yeah, for us as a business, we're a software business, so our best asset is the data and how we can then leverage that data. And, you know, you help the likes of FedEx to also learn from what people are shipping on DHL, you know, and so, yeah, the ecosystem at large could actually benefit from that. And I think that's probably the biggest alternate service for us outside just shipping.
Fantastic. Please put your hands together for Namdi for that, please. All right, so I mean, I'm quite curious about this now. How many other states does I mean, I understand that we're a digital company and all of that, but you know, for some states in Nigeria, you actually have to touch base with the people there. So which other states apart from Lagos are you like existent in?
Walter is probably the best to answer that, but Kano, Abuja, PH, virtually any state where, so with Terminal, right, you have to understand we're not actually doing the deliveries. We're just the platform that connects customers to the service providers.
I understand that, but exactly. I mean, sometimes it's just really.
So we're all over the world.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I get that. I mean, thank God for the digital space, but you know, there's some communities where they need to feel trust, touch. It's important for them. I'm just talking about some customers.
Right. So
because sorry to cut you now, because you know, there's the advent of people being scammed online and all of that, and for some people, because they haven't left that mindset of if you don't have a physical office, I can't trust your business. So how are you able to tackle that?
So again, two fronts. It's not like we are selling a brand that is unknown, right? Almost anybody that is shipping in Nigeria knows the partners that we work with, and so that's one.
Sorry, the reason I'm saying that is because DHL has an office in some of these places. FedEx also has offices as well.
Can I say something?
Okay.
Okay, with Terminal, I believe they don't actually, you know, take the physical packages from the client.
I get
so that's different.
No, I get what I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, so basically, right, because they have those hubs, I mean, we have agents in, you know, like Kano and some parts of Nigeria, but again, what we try to leverage as much as possible is the networks that our partners already have. Because, you know, if you ship a product on Terminal, you could go to any one of those hubs and drop off the package. And so that then bridges that trust gap. You know, even if you don't know Terminal, you know FedEx, you know Red Star.
So at least there's a link to somebody that they know.
Exactly.
Because that's what I'm trying to draw. Because sometimes people just say, oh, what's Terminal? But we say, oh, they know FedEx. They say, okay, I can trust. Because it's really, really important. I mean, most of us in Lagos want to just do yeah, we're good. But I mean, sometimes you just have to consider other people in other climes that they may not. But I mean, just like you said, you have agents that, you know, more like affiliates.
Exactly.
So that way they know, okay, Terminal is connected to FedEx. Because I mean, when you get to a place, the first person you try to look for is a familiar face. True or true? When you get to a place, you try to look for someone that you know. That way it helps you to calm down when you're in that space. All right, okay, thank you so much, Namdi. Please, once again, please put your hands together for Namdi, please. Put your hands together. So, Walter, finally, I'm going to ask you this question, and then we can take questions. So please, if you have any question whatsoever, please start getting ready so that we can hear from you. I believe we've been having fun, and we've been, you know, putting some things down on our notepads, on our phones. Have we been having fun so far? Have we been having fun? This auntie is looking very serious. Have we been having fun so far? Please, once again, please put your hands together for yourselves. You're quite an attentive audience, I must say. All right, so quickly, over to you, Walter. Do MSMEs and other big businesses also get to benefit from this solution?
Okay, I think to answer that, I will give you a bit of context. So what we've done at Terminal is to build more like an infrastructure for logistics, right? So I'll take your mind again to, so let's look at banking, for example, or fintech, for example, right? Before, you know, fintech came up, it was just the banks, right? But now you have the likes of, let's say, Flutterwave, Paystack, you know, and the likes, right? And with the help of Flutterwave and Paystack, other fintech companies are coming up. So what we've done is that we've sort of, you know, that similar ecosystem and infrastructural process. So for example, if you were to start a logistics business, you need to maybe acquire bikes, acquire buses, and stuff like that. But
Sure.
with terminal, you don't need to do that. You don't need to have those assets. You can basically just start and, you start shipping for customers, right? That's one angle to it. Also, yes, we do have big businesses that use the platform, like banks. Before now, if they needed to ship cards to customers, they need to, find a delivery partner. But with terminal, they get that flexibility. Need to send cards to somebody in Kwara from Lagos. They can easily just do that. And yes.
Okay, so I'd like to ask, what's the duration? Is it dependent on the packaging or the service of the goods?
So it depends on the partner,
Okay.
on the platform. So, you get that flexibility of, you see the timeline, you see the prices, so you get to pick based on your own preference that, okay, I wanted to get to this location at XYZ time. You can pick, and yes, it's executed by that partner, basically.
All right, amazing. Please put your hands together once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the mighty men and beautiful women on this panel. Make it louder, please. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for your time, and I really believe that we do value your time as well. Okay, so questions? All right, so you can just walk forward. Don't be shy. Please come. Please put your hands together as she comes forward, please. Put your hands together. I love your top, by the way. Looks so lovely. So someone give you a microphone. So you just have 1 minute. Please keep it short and simple. It's not working. Excuse me, sir. So please, while she's out, if you also have another question, please just, come forward so that we can have them all together. Okay, maybe you can use mine and then.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you to the panelists. I really like the innovation that is being built into your business. I think it's really nice. But I would like to know, I think what stresses business owners more is the delivery guys. I am not into any business, but my sister is a business owner, and I know how much I have to do some sort of emotional support for her every time the delivery guy stresses her. It is like the major problem that they have. So I think having a platform that does these great things is very good, but is there any sort of quality control as regard, I know your platform doesn't deliver, you connect people. So the kind of delivery guys that register on your platform, that you connect with your customers, is there any sort of quality control? Because I think any platform can say I can connect, but what they are really, really particular about is how can you solve my problem? So I really want to know this, so I can know if I can go back to home and go and tell my sister that I think you can share this platform. Thank you.
Should I take it?
So Walter.
All right. Thank you for that question. So to answer that, I would say what we've done, or part of our processes of having, logistics partners on board, is we do not just have, the regular partner that you see every day, bikes. You need to have a standard, either a global standard or some sort of validation globally as well. So for example, that is why when you come to the platform, you see the likes of DHL, FedEx, but not just a logistic business that has maybe, few bikes in Lagos. No, you need to have some sort of standard. So if, for example, and yes, in terms of if something happens to a package, it's easy to resolve issues that way, right? And that's what makes it different from every other business out there.
All right. Nemdi.
Yeah, just to add to that. So I think one thing with our platform is, of course, because, and I think this is very common in the logistics space, right? When you aggregate a certain level of demand, how terminal is treated as a business by our partners is different from how your sister is going to be treated by the same partners. And so when you ship through terminal and you go through any of our partners, when those issues arise, it's sort of why we have the customer service department, because they can then go to the partners and basically put pressure on them to resolve those issues quicker. And that's just a factor of the amount of business that we give them. So I think that's the key difference. It's not like you're just shipping with the guy down the road that can just switch off his phone. You know, our customer service guys on some days they're there 24/7. So I think that's really where we help to bridge that gap. Look, in logistics, a percentage of shipments are always you're always going to have issues, right? But I think what we've really tried to hammer on is how efficiently we're able to resolve them, and I think that's the big difference with shipping with terminal.
All right, people stand together for Namdi. Yeah, please. Okay, I think the mic is working now.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So my question kind of tilts towards what she asked, but I think hers is based locally. You know, it's easy to navigate it properly if it's within the same state or the same country. But I'm a personal shopper, and I've had to deal with so many logistics companies bringing in stuff abroad for you, and sometimes you get lost in transit and then they go quiet. You call and call, you try to engage, and everybody's gaslighting you, throwing you like ping pong. Is on the way, you can trace it, this one and that, and then you use lots of dollars and sometimes pounds, and you have to refund. So I'm asking, since you're like a bridge that connects the logistics companies and vendors and sometimes the customers, direct customers themselves, how do you vet these people properly? Because I don't want to name and shame. I've had to deal with lots of logistics companies, which I think some of them are on your platform. How you're going to,
Please don't name anybody. We don't do that here. No whistleblowing.
How are you going to handle that? Then your customer service, is it prompt? You know, sometimes what aggravates customers is you're trying to engage when you feel like something is going wrong with your business, and then nobody is answering you, or whenever they respond, they give you one liner or something that you could, I don't know how people read, but as a writer, I read in between the lines, and I can tell when someone is trying to, project a certain form of stuff when you're responding to me. So how do you tend to, mitigate these means? Because I'm asking, very passionate about Logitech as well. So how do you guys...
Let's wrap it up, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think just hearing you talk, you're basically the reason why we built Terminal, right? And so a lot of these issues are, essentially what gave us justification to go out and build the platform. So, I mean, for what you do, which is like mostly imports, right? Customers are shopping abroad and you bring it in. We can help you on two fronts, right? One is you can work directly with us. You come on the platform, book, and whichever partner you choose would pick it up in the country where you're bringing it in from, and you sort of are able to track. So I think tracking is very important, especially with global shipments. You want to know, because even if you're shipping from the US to Nigeria, it doesn't mean it just goes on a plane in the US and comes straight to Lagos. Sometimes that thing goes to Europe, and then it's in transit, goes to some country in Africa before it comes to Lagos. And so being able to track at every point and have not just, your package is in transit, but be able to see that it's clearing customs in the US, it's clearing customs in Europe, it gives you that sort of peace of mind as a customer. So even if there are delays, naturally, when you're dealing with over 50,000 shipments here, there are going to be delays, and that's the same for any of our partners. But when you're able to have those real-time insights, it makes a difference. The flip side of that is we have people like Ella, who are logistics businesses working directly with the Terminal platform. And so if you're a customer because Terminal is an online platform, right? If you're a customer that wants to go in somewhere and talk to somebody and hold somebody and have that sort of human touch, then we easily connect you to people like Ella, who would then obviously still put the service through Terminal, give you those options, and again, it's the same cycle. So on our customer service, that's probably even one of the biggest reasons why we had Terminal, because the feedback we had gotten from a lot of customers is, oh my God, customer service, you look at an organization like DHL, for example, it's a massive organization. So you're calling call centers and all that. We have more of the alternate channels that are for our generation. You can reach out on WhatsApp, you can You can reach out via email. There's a live chat on the website. And so if you go through these channels, there's no how you're not going to get a response within 5 minutes. Maybe if you're sending a message at 3 in the morning, I mean, our customer service team have to sleep too. So you might not get that immediate response, but that's essentially how we mediate.
All right, so does that I think you should just sign up to Terminal Africa. Have you signed up? So that they can just relieve this stress and just make your life easy. No, don't worry. See, we are very transparent like that at Terminal Africa. Just see, like I said, the question that we have earlier, badass product, excellent customer service equals to what? Your customers rushing you like Indomie. So darling, just sign up to Terminal Africa already. Don't worry, your peace of mind is our priority. Please, once again, please put your hands together for Namdi, please. All right, so any last words for any of the gentlemen and the lady on the panel, starting with Walter all the way down?
Well, I think that I'm really excited about what we're doing at Terminal. And I mean, we won't be able to do that without everybody, the customers, the businesses on board. So yes, we want to say thank you. And yeah, we're looking forward to more exciting times as well.
All right, Charles, over to you.
So I would say last year, business logistics cost in the US was 10% of the GDP, right?
That's interesting.
If you put that into Nigeria, Nigeria's GDP is about 500 billion to about $1 trillion, right? That puts the current logistics market at about $50 billion to about $100 billion worth, right? So when you have numbers like this, you need to partner and you need to invest more, right? So I would say for us to grow the digital economy in Africa, we need to take logistics as important as a core business function or business process.
It is actually a core
And most
function.
persons, I mean, we always think it's about the persons, the people that sell or buy and sell. I run a service-based business. We do a lot of logistics and delivery. Invoices, sending things to the bank, sending things to partners. So it's a full partnership, and we all have to come together to make it work. And it's a great industry. I think we should keep investing more. Yes.
All right, quickly, Namdi.
Well, also, I think, to add to what Charles has said. So yes, because of this, we actually built APIs. So I think on the platform now, you can actually access our APIs. So let's say you need to build a product centered around logistics. You can actually use those APIs to build any product. Yes.
Namdi?
Yeah, and I think, we sort of really believe in the value that logistics has in the commerce space in general. I mean, we sort of came from that background where we were looking at e-commerce from the overall view, and now, we've sort of honed in on logistics, and for me, I think it's the hidden gem in commerce because it touches virtually every business. So, like Walter said, we're really excited about what we've built, and I think it will be really great to see how this develops and how we hopefully impact all your businesses over the next few years. But yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Namdi. And finally, the beautiful lady, Sandra. Your last words.
So logistics is needed for almost every business. Name it, even the, aircrafts, airways, everything. So if you want your business to grow, I think you should be more, take your logistic part of your business very seriously. Ella Logistics started with only 2 locations back in 2021, and now we have 10 locations across Nigeria. So it's very important to meet the demands of your customers. So that's about it.
So guys, there you have it. It's important to meet the demands of your customers, and you have Terminal Africa to ease your stress. They become and help you. Their watchword is convenience. I mean, maybe because I'm big on convenience. Any organization that is big on convenience, I love them. I'm in love with them. So please, if you're a business owner right here and you're not signed up on Terminal Africa, please do that before you leave here today. And that's basically all that we have. Ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, please put your hands together for Walter, Charles, and Namdi, Sandra, And my humble self, Lady Jade. Please put your hands together. All right, so it's time for us to take pictures. Right. And on behalf of Terminal Africa, I can't believe I'm doing this, but Walter, please, it's from me to you. I have been told. All right, so yeah, this is for you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Charles. Yes. From Terminal Africa to the owner of Terminal Africa. And Sandra as well, for being an amazing partner to Terminal Africa. And to my humble self, on behalf of Terminal Africa, to me. All right, so let's take a picture. Please make sure Terminal Africa is showing, please. We need to sell this market. All right.
Nothing where I no go do for